flow yoga class. As always, please modify as you need to, and if you have any questions or form feedback or anything you want, you can send it to us in an email, or you can post it, or you can send it to us in a message, whatever works easier for you. These classes are free, but we do offer donations at this time, so if you want information on that, you can also message us, and I will send you the information. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to move my coffee out the way, and you're just going to come to a nice, comfortable seat. If you want, you can sit on a blanket or a pillow, whatever works best for you. You're going to sit up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back, and close the eyes. Hands rest wherever feels comfortable. And just begin to connect with your breath. So nice full inhales through your nose. Exhale out your mouth to begin. Deep breath in. Exhale. Keep moving with that breath. Your inhales and your exhales. Ears drop away, or shoulders drop away from the ears. With each inhale, the belly inflates, the chest lifts. With each exhale, the belly comes down into the spine. Shoulders relax a little bit more. And then on your next exhale, I want you just to drop the right ear over to the right shoulder. Still sitting up nice and tall. And then if this feels okay, you can go ahead and reach your left fingertips out to the side. Make sure your fingertips are active, reaching towards the floor. And then we're just going to go up and down with the chin. Bringing the left hand in, we're going to take the chin to the chest. We're going to go side to side, make a little semicircle. And then allow the left ear to drop over to the left side. Remain here, extend your right fingertips out to the side, fingertips active, reaching towards the floor. And then if you want, you can add a little extra movement, taking the chin up and down. We're going to bring the right hand in. We're going to take our left hand to cradle the side of the face and bring it back up to center. Go ahead and interlace the fingers, press the palms towards the front of the room, and then up towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, twist over to your right. Release your hands down. Left hand on the knee, right hand behind you. Rolling the shoulders back, sitting up nice and tall. Right arm's going to come up alongside the ear. We're going to inhale, reach up, and then exhale, take it over to the left. Go ahead, come back up to center. Right hand comes down, and we unravel back. Go ahead, release the legs out and crisscross them the opposite way. If you do have them crisscross, you also have the option to just extend them out in front of you. Inhale, sweep both arms up towards the ceiling. Big breath. Exhale, take it over to the left this time. Right hand on the knee, left hand behind you. Rolling the shoulders back, sitting up nice and tall. Left arm's going to reach up alongside the ear. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take it over to the right. Deep breath, keeping the chest lifted, sit bones rooted down into the earth. Coming back up to center, left hand comes down, and then we're going to twist back to center. Take your hands out, spread the fingers out nice and wide. We're going to take the hands out and in, roll the wrists around, wiggle the fingers, and take them down and up. And then reach them up towards the sky. We're going to squeeze, make a fist, and open. Squeeze, open. And just go as fast as you can go. Good, release, spread the fingers out nice and wide. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take the hands over to the right. Right hand goes down, left arm's going to reach over. Inhale, both arms back up. Exhale, left hand comes down, right arm reaches over to the left this time. Keeping the hand active, we're not sinking down over into the side. And then come back up to center. Beautiful. We're going to take the feet forward. We're going to point and flex the toes, roll the ankles around, wiggle around a little bit. And we're going to come over onto hands and knees. Now, if you want, you can place a blanket or a thicker mat underneath your knees right now. You want your hands to be spreading out nice and wide. And then either the middle finger and the pointer finger pointing up towards the top of your mat, or you can kind of turn them out a little bit. You want to make sure you're pressing down into the earth, spinning the elbow creases towards the top of the mat. Now, I'd rather your knees be closer to your hands than way out here. So you want your knees underneath your hips and your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to pull the belly button in nice and tight. toes are gonna curl under behind us, opening up the bottoms of the feet. And then we're gonna inhale, soften the heart down, look forward. Exhale, round the spine, push the mat away. Inhale, soften the heart. Exhale, round and push the mat away. Do this a couple more times. Nice. Last one. Beautiful. Now I'm going to come a little bit forward on my mat so you can see me. I want you to take your right toes to the back of the mat. Then I want you to push down into the heel. Come back to center. Left knee's going to point back this time. We're going to push back down into the heel, pushing them out away from us. So very important to not sink into the shoulders. You really want to be pushing down into the ground, spreading the shoulder blades apart. And then bring the left knee back in. Nice. We're going to take our right foot out to the side. I'm going to turn so you can see. So the toes pointing up towards the top of your mat. Your hands are still underneath your shoulders. We're going to inhale, twist open, extending the left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, do a little micro bend in the elbow and bring it in and hover it over the mat like you're going to reach for your toe. Inhale, twist all the way open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. Keeping everything nice and tight. Getting some movement. And working those arms a little bit. Last one, we're going to open all the way out. And the left hand's going to come down. We're going to come all the way up onto this knee. Again, if you need something underneath your knee, now is the time to put it there. Right foot extends out to the side. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take them over to the right. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, left hand's going to come down. Right arm's going to reach up towards the sky. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. One more. And then reaching both arms up. Bringing them down by our sides. We're going to bring the right knee in. So I'm going to turn back to the way I was before. So now we're back in tabletop. This time, the left foot is going to extend out to the side, toes still pointing up towards the ceiling. I'm going to place something underneath my knee. We're going to twist open to the right this time. So the right arm's going to lift up towards the sky, deep breath in. Exhale. Come down. Inhale. Exhale. Hover over the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. So today's class, we're going to do a lot of moving. So at any point, if you get tired, you need to take a break, feel free to pause the video. Last one. And then bringing the hands down, we're going to come up onto this right knee, so the left leg is still extended out. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, take them over to the left. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, right hand's going to come down, left arm's going to reach over. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Two more. Last one. Nice. Then we're going to reach both arms up. We're going to bring this left knee in this time. We're going to keep the toes curled under. We're going to sit back for toe crusher. Now, if you watched my first live video, you can do this pose with the hands on the ground and just kind of push into the feet a little bit. Or you can do one at a time. Or if you've got some kind of previous foot injury, you don't have to do this at all. I try to give a lot of options in my classes because I realize that not everybody is coming from the same walks of life. As far as just what we do on a day-to-day basis, we might have some previous injuries we need to be mindful of. So from here, we're going to take our hands down. Hands underneath your shoulders, fingers gripping the mat. Curl your toes under, pull the belly button in and up. So it's very important that you contract the core during all of this. We're going to curl the toes. Inhale, we need to soften the heart towards the floor. Exhale, round the spine, lift up and back into downward dog. I want you to keep the knees bent, stay up high on the toes. Head's going to come in between the arms, looking back at the feet. Pushing them out away. Staying high up on the feet, bending the knees, sending the hips up and back. Inhale, come back down, soften the heart, look forward. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming back into tabletop. Exhale. Keep going with your own breath. Now, those of you guys who don't want to come in downward dog, you're welcome just to inhale, soften the heart down. Exhale, just lift the knees off the mat. So maybe you're doing this. Lifting the knees up, not coming all the way up into downward dog. Working with that beginning of weight bearing on the hands. And we're all going to end in downward dog. Take the feet out as wide as the mat. Walk the hands back, bend the knees, bring the hands up onto the thighs, and stand straight up. Whew. Shake it out a little bit. Come back to the top of your mat. I like to roll my ankles around periodically throughout my practice, so feel free to do that as well. Let me get a little drink of my coffee. Thank you, Erin, for my caffeination pose mug. Alright, so you're going to come to the top of our mat. We're going to work a little bit with balancing right now. So I want you to just first think about how your balance is. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it depending on the day? Whatever it is, just go ahead and get that in your mind. And then I want you to look at something wherever you are and find something to focus on. So it could be an outlet, a picture on the wall, something that isn't moving. So when we stand, a lot of us are either in an anterior or posterior tilt. So I want you to find that middle ground of your flower pot. And then once it's there, pulling the core in, shoulders are on the back. I want you to bring your hands to your hips. This is power stance. Our feet are firmly rooted down into the ground. We've got an even amount of weight. Hips are level. We're not sinking from one side to the other. And the shoulders are level. So some people are a little bit more hiked up than others. So I want you to relax those down. Hands by your sides, and then just rest them onto your hips. Power stance. Come up onto the left toes. A lot of us will either lift the hip or drop it, so I want you to pull everything in nice and tight and then just lift that leg up. So I'm lifting it up pretty high. You don't have to do that. You can just lift it up very low. It's wherever you are in your practice. We're going to go to the other side. So rooting down into our left foot, coming up onto our right toe, making sure the hips are even, the shoulders are even. We're going to lift the knee up and down. I'm going to change sides so you can see. Trying to pull everything in nice and tight and just lifting it up and down. So I'm not all over the place. And then stepping back down. We're going to come to the top of the mat. So the flow today is going to be really fun. I'm going to offer modifications throughout. I'm also going to offer advanced options as well. So figure out what you want to do for your class today, because every day is different. And then we're going to come to the top of our mat. So we're going down into our feet. Inhale, we're going to reach your arms up towards the sky. And I just want you to notice what happens there. So does everything in the front come out? Or do you kind of do like a weird tuck? All right, I want you to find that center position. And inhale, reach up once more. Bring the hands to prayer in front of the heart, bring it down, pushing the palms together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring it down. Two more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we're going to bring our hands onto our hips for power stance. Switch the weight over to the right foot, come up onto the left toe. We're going to lift this leg up. Again, it doesn't matter how high it lifts. Just lift, and then begin to take it in and out. So the foot is going to go in and out. And then bring the knee up and step it back. All right? You want to get it back a little bit so it's not right here directly behind the right foot. You want to step it back as far as you can go. Keep the right knee bent. We got a little bounce here. Okay, so you're on the ball of the back foot. Tailbone tucked down towards the ground. You're going to inhale, reach your arms up alongside your ears. Exhale, we're going to come out in a warrior two. So the right knee's going to stay bent, toe points forward, left foot is going to point out to the side. Your hips are pointing out. Your shoulders are over your hips, so we're not leaning forward or leaning too far back. Your arms are in a T, and we're reaching out. And then you're looking over your right middle finger. This is a warrior two. Right knee is bent. You want to make sure that the knee is in line with the ankle. So you don't want to be too far in or too far out. Okay? I'm going to flip back to the way I was. Now we're in warrior two. We're going to windmill the arms down to the ground. So now we're back in a high lunge. Plant the hands and step the right foot back for plank. Shoulders over our wrists. Good. Release your knees down and untuck the toes. Mind you, the hips are behind, or the knees are behind the hips. We're going to lower down, pulling back on the hands, pushing down to the tops of the feet, lifting the heart up off the mat as far as you would like. And then we're going to curl the toes, push down into the hands, and lift up and back into downward dog. Inhale the left leg up into the sky. Exhale, set that left knee down onto the mat. And then kickstand that left toe off your mat. Come up into a modified side plank. So your right foot is much like warrior two. It's going to be pointing out to the side. Left hand, you're going to bring it back a little bit so it's in line with the shoulder. Hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. Right arm's going to lift up towards the sky. Palm faces out. Pushing into our left hand, pulling your hips to your ribs here. You can either keep looking down at your left hand or you can look up at your right hand. That's going to change the balance a little bit. Make sure your back toes are curled under. If you are laying flat, push into the top of the foot. Now, option to lift the right leg. Then we're going to bring the knee in towards the elbow. Do a little modified crunch here. Then open it back out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring that knee in towards that elbow. Step that right foot forward. So now we're in a low lunge. Bring that left foot back in line with the knee. I'm going to go ahead and place my knee pad underneath my left foot, or left knee. Hips, left hip's going forward, right hip's going back. Rooting down into my right foot. Back toe curls under, or you can lay it flat. Now you want your right hand on your hip, left arm's going to go up alongside the ear. Inhale, exhale, take it over the right. Come back to center. Take the left hand down to the floor. Heel toe your right foot out a little bit, and either just go ahead and twist here, or we're going to curl the left toe, lift the left knee, and twist to the right, extending that right arm up. Right hand's going to come down to the floor. We're going to hop this left foot in about halfway of our mat. So my right knee is bent, my hip is over my foot, toes point forward. I'm going to bring my hands past my foot. So it's almost like a tripod. Okay? So my hands aren't way back here next to my foot, they're a little bit out. So I can shift my weight forward onto my hands. Come up onto your left pinky toe, or your left big toe, excuse me. Pushing forward so much that maybe you lift the foot off the mat a little bit. Maybe you lift it all the way up, coming into a standing split. Right knee is bent, left foot is reaching out, pushing into the earth. Then you're going to bring your left foot in and meet your right, and stand straight up. Round one. Actually, it's only part of round one. So we're going to move over to the other side. Standing up nice and tall in front of the mat. If you need to pause the video, now's a good time to do so. Maybe get some water, catch your breath. Otherwise, we're going to keep going. Hands are going to be on the hips, pulling everything in nice and tight. This time we're going to bring the right knee up. We're going to step it back as far as it'll go. Staying on the toes, so you can let the foot drop back, but I like to add that little extra oomph to really, push myself forward. Left knee is bent. Inhale the arms up alongside the ears. Exhale, we're going to open out into warrior two. Once again, the knee is over the ankle, toes point forward on the left side, toes point out on the right side. Bringing the arms into a T, looking over your left middle finger. If you're already in warrior two, as I'm talking about how to get into it, I really want you to focus in on your warrior two, so making sure it's active and making sure you're not just sleeping in it, okay? Then we're going to windmill the hands down to the ground, coming back into a high lunge. You're going to plant your hands, step your left foot back for plank. Now if you want, go ahead and come into child's pose. Otherwise, from plank, we're going to release the knees down, untuck, and lower ourselves all the way down. I want you to roll the shoulders back, pull back with the hands, push into the tops of the feet, and lift up. Mind you, I'm not looking up. I'm lifting up. Giving myself that double chinasana. Curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back into downward dog. This time we're going to bring our right knee down onto the mat. Kickstanding the toes out, bringing the left foot onto the ground. I'm going to twist so you guys can see. So left foot is pointing out, right knee is underneath my body, with my toe kickstand off the mat. Right hand's going to be underneath my shoulders. Left hand's on my hip for now. So I set myself up, make sure I'm nice and strong, then extend the left arm. Stay here or maybe lift the left foot up. Adjust as you need to. And then take a deep breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Two more. One more. Then you're going to hold, you're going to pull it in and step it forward. Bring that right foot back in line with the right knee. And then we're going to come up into a low lunge on this side. Twirl around for you guys. So we're up in a low lunge. Pull the hips to the ribs, tailbone down towards the floor. Again, the toe can be curled under or laying flat. Left hand's going to be on the left hip, right arm's going to go up alongside the ear. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it over the left. Now notice I'm not letting my chest splay forward. We're lifting up and over. Right hand's going to come down to the ground. Option to twist the shoulders and then lift the left arm up, or lift the right knee up, coming into a twist. Left hand's going to go down to the ground. We're going to hop this right foot about halfway in. Again, setting ourselves up for the standing split. So your left knee is bent, hips are going to go forward, hands are going to go forward. So again, you're back in that tripod. You're going to push forward so much on your right toes that your right leg begins to come up. Maybe lifting it all the way up. Maybe just hovering it over the mat. And then we're going to bring the right knee in and stand straight up. Whew. Very hot. Very, very hot. So now, we're going to do that whole flow together. Yeah. If you need a couple extra slower passes through it, you can rewind the video. Or you can just kind of go at your own pace. So this first round, where we're all doing it together, I'm going to go a little slow. Not super slow, but a little slow. And then after that, I'm going to keep speeding it up to where we're moving with our breath. Okay? Now, whenever we start to do that, I don't want you to lose the integrity of the pose itself. So if you feel like we're going too fast, take a step back, take a child's pose, and maybe rewind the video a little bit. But for those of you guys that want that little extra oomph, that challenge, that speed, that way where you can get out of your mind and into your body, feel free to try to keep up. I'm just kidding, it's not going to be that fast, guys. Don't worry. So coming in off the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring them by your sides and bring them onto your hips. Inhale the left knee up into the chest. Exhale, step back. Coming up onto that left toe, pulling the ribs in, right knee is bent. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up alongside the ears. Exhale, come out into warrior two. Right toe still points forward, left toe out. Releasing down into this right leg. Exhale, we're going to bring our hands down to the floor, coming back into a high lunge with the hands down. On your next inhale, step your right foot back for plank. Exhale, release the knees, untuck the toes, lower all the way down. Press down to the tops of the feet. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, reach for heart forward. Exhale, up and back into downward dog. We're going to take 3 breaths here, coming up high onto the toes, bending the knees, hips up and back, and chest towards your thighs, towards the floor. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, take the left knee down on the side of the mat and kickstanding that foot off to the side. Right foot's going to come back in line with the knee, toe points out. Smoosh your left hand back a little bit. Bring your right hand onto your hip and open yourself up to the right side of your mat. Inhale, extend your right arm up towards the ceiling, reaching up. Or exhale, stay where you are. When you're ready, lift that right leg up, keeping it in line with the hip, flexing the foot, reaching out through the heel and the right fingers. On your next exhale, bring the elbow towards the knee. Inhale, open. Exhale. In. Exhale. One more. Exhale, bring that knee in, step that foot forward and come into a low lunge, coming up onto the knee here. Tailbone tucks down, pulling the ribs in, and then lift the left arm up alongside the ear. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it over to the right. Left hand comes down to the floor. Maybe keep the left knee down, maybe lift it up, and then on your exhale, twisting open to the right, extending the right arm up. Right hand's going to come down to the floor. Hop stick the left foot in about halfway. Take the hands forward. Bend the right knee so the weight is in the right leg. Lift the left leg up behind you. Bring that left foot in to meet the right, and inhale, come up to standing. Exhale, hands to pray. Breathe. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands by your sides, hands onto the hips. Inhale the right knee up into the chest. Exhale, step it back. Find your center here, pulling
energy up through the legs, into the solar plexus. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, open up into warrior two. Arms are in a T, looking over your left middle finger. Exhale, windmill the hands down to the floor. Inhale, step the left foot back to meet the right for plank. Release the knees down, untuck the toes. Next exhale comes all the way down. Roll the shoulders back, push down into the hands. Inhale, low cobra or high cobra. Exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths here, pushing down into your hands, lifting the hips up and back. Reconnecting with the breath. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, bring that knee down. Come into a modified side plank on the right side. Left foot goes back. Toe points out. Right hand underneath the shoulder. Turn so you guys can see. Bringing the left hand onto the hip. Opening the chest out to the side. Maybe looking up towards the ceiling, or maybe continue to look down at the ground. And also relax the neck here. Inhale, lift up. Maybe lift that left leg up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. Pull that knee in, step it forward, come into a low lunge on this side. So tailbone tucks down. Left hand on the hip, right arm goes up towards the ceiling and then over to the left. Inhale the right arm back down onto the floor. Maybe exhale into the twist. Keeping the back knee down or lift the right knee up. Breathe. Left hand's going to go down to the ground. We're going to hop the right foot forward about halfway up the mat. Walk the hands out past the foot. Lean forward, lift the right leg up. Step the right foot forward and meet the left. Bend the knees, grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. Woo. Take a breather here. If you need to pause the video, pause the video. Check back in with your breath. And go ahead and release the arms, bend the knees, roll all the way up to standing. Roll the shoulders back, sweep the arms up. Hands come to prayer in front of the heart. Standing at the top of the mat, just want you to relax your arms by your sides and take 5 deep breaths here. We're going to go into a full pass of that once more. I'm going to add a few options into it as well. So standing up nice and tall. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the left knee up into the chest. Inhale here. Exhale, step the foot back, bring the arms back behind you. Bring them up alongside the ears. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Keeping the right knee bent, arms reaching out. Stay in warrior two right here if you'd like, or we're going to bend the left knee, come up into a ninja lunge. So the right toe lifts, left knee bends out. We're going to come back in warrior two. Windmill the hands down to the floor. Plant the hands, step the right foot back for plank. Exhale, release the knees, untuck the toes, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, left knee steps down onto the mat. We're going to come into that modified side plank. Right toe points out. Left hand underneath the shoulders. Right arm reaches up. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. 1 more. Bring the knee in. Step it all the way forward. Coming into a low lunge. Right hand on the hip. Left arm reaches up. Exhale, reach it over. Left hand comes down onto the mat. Lift the left knee up. And then twist open into the right. Bring the right hand down. Hop that left foot in about halfway. Bring the hands forward. Lift the left leg up. Stay here. Or keeping the right knee bent, open your right arm out to the side for a little Superman action. Maybe twist for revolved half moon. Right hand comes down. We're going to come up onto the right tiptoe. And we're going to hop switch. Bring that right foot in. Come all the way up to standing. Nice. On to the other side, last round. Inhale. Arms lift. Right knee lifts. Remain here. Then on your next exhale, step back. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, open out into warrior two. Stay here, or bend into your right knee, coming into that ninja lunge. Back into warrior two. Windmill the hands down to the ground, step the left foot back to meet the right foot plank. Drop the knees, or come all the way down. Untuck the toes, press down the tops of the feet. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step the right knee down. Come into modified side plank. Left arm lifts, right arm underneath the shoulder. Stay here, lift the left leg up. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. Pull the knee in, step the knee all the way forward, come up into a low lunge. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, take it over the left. Woo! Feeling it down, Mr. Krabs. Take that right hand down. Lift the right knee up. And then twist over to the left. Step the left hand down. Bring the hands forward. Hop that right foot about halfway. And maybe lift the right leg up. Maybe stay here. Maybe plant the right hand. Open that left arm out to the side. Superman. Maybe twist into a half moon pose. Left hand comes down. Pushing into our hands. We're going to lift up. Switch. Woo! Bring both feet down. Come back up to standing. Heart rate is up right now. Doesn't even know. Can't even tell me what my heart rate is right now. Coming to the top of the mat. Arms by your sides. Take a couple breaths here. Bring your hands onto your hips. Inhale the right knee up. Step it out. Turn both toes out to the right. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, reach forward and down. Forward fold. Head goes towards the floor. Feet are pointing out to the right side of your mat. Hands are either underneath you or out in front of you. Walk the hands back to the front. Plant the hands, step the left foot back, bring the knees out, child's pose. Walk the hands towards the knees. Right hand spring goes out, left arm's here, reach up and over. Turn over here so you guys can see. Left hand's gonna come down, we're gonna round the spine over to the left. Just go back and forth. One more. Right arm's gonna go up, and then we're gonna bring it up like a rainbow. Step the feet off to the side, hips go off to the side, bring the feet forward. Shake them out a little bit. Left foot's gonna go out to the side, bring this right foot in on the inside of the left thigh. Flex your left toes towards your face. Left arm's gonna reach over to the left, right arm's gonna reach up and over. Now, I want you to keep this arm lifting, not just relaxing it down by your ears. Relaxing will come later in a restorative class, I promise. Come back up. Right foot's gonna go out, left foot's gonna come in. Right hand's gonna go down the leg, left arm's gonna reach up and over. Come back up. Bring the right foot in to meet the left. Baddha Konasana. Take your thumbs. I'm gonna
really relax down into the mat. Giving ourselves this time to relax, to recoup. If you don't want to lay in Shavasana, you're welcome to come up to a seated meditation, either crisscross applesauce or sitting with your back against the wall. If you'd like to take a longer time, you're welcome to pause the video and just rest here. Allowing the breath to just flow in and out naturally. Deep breaths bring you back together, wiggling your fingers and toes, and taking a moment to stretch in any way that you would like. Reaching one hand to one side, the leg to the other side. And then I want you just to remain to lay there, or if you're seated, to just remain seated. And I want you to take 5 deep breaths into yourself. So full inhales, really allowing the belly to fill up, allowing the chest to fill up, and then exhaling, big breaths, clearing breaths, trying to move that energy, move the life force throughout your body, replenishing those areas that get stuck and old, and really allowing this new energy to flow. So movement practice is very, very important to get energy flowing throughout your body. So whether you do the class that we just did, whether you do a chair class, a Zumba class, whatever it is, it's so important to connect with your breath and your body, especially in times of high stress and high anxiety. So I want you to continue those breaths to yourself, a couple more. And then close your eyes if they're not already. And I want you to say something to yourself that you would say to someone else when you're trying to lift their spirits. Whether it be, you got this, you're strong, or, you're going through this right now because you need to learn something that you would tell somebody to lift their spirits. Whether you're laying down or seated, bringing hands to prayer, giving yourself a thank you for dedicating this time to yourself and to your practice. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining us. Let us know if you have any comments or feedback. We'd love to hear from you guys. Have a wonderful day.